This video brought to you by EquestrianCoach.com, the world's leading equestrian education source.
Hello, I'm Rodrigo Pessoa. We're today in Wellington at a Double H farm. I'm riding HH Let's Fly. We're going to work a little bit on the flat and do a little gymnastic in the preview of the Grand Prix this week. It's the CSIO week here in Wellington, and we'll try to show you a little bit how we get a horse to be in a good shape and to perform well, hopefully on the weekend. I did a 15-20 minute warm-up trot and canter to both sides. He feels really good, so we're gonna start jumping. I set up a little vertical with 9-foot rails in front and behind with a little ground line. We're gonna do that in canter. We're gonna bring it up like 3 or 4 times before we do the little line, just to warm up a little bit and see how he goes. The important thing for me now when I do this warm up is to keep the horse nice and round in his shape, keep him connected. I'm gonna try to have a good contact between hand and leg to keep his roundness and do these little jumps without any stress, very quietly. I'll let him play a little bit after the first couple of jumps, but afterwards I'll jump and then collect and get him together. But the first jumps can let him play a little bit if he wants to and get the freshness out. So let's see how it works out. So I do it on a small collected canter, nice in the middle. He's gonna look at this a little bit. He's a little bit of a spooky horse. So I came from the left, I turn after the jump, I turn to the right to do it. Like that I know exactly that I'm doing the number of jumps, both directions, left and right, not only to one side. So here, point him to the fence, a little bit of leg to keep him round, keep him ahead of me. Oh. So I'm gonna do it 3 times like this. And in between, let him trot a little bit, let him catch his breath, and back again. The same thing, very quiet. Oh. I can go up a couple. Now, from now on, I'm gonna try and have him a little bit rounder. I would like him to have a little bit of a better shape approaching it, so I'm gonna have a little bit more leg and try to have him more in my hand. If I don't feel that he's really connected yet, I do a little circle here. So I can put my leg on a little bit harder and try to have him in the shape that I want. Oh. So all of this is done really quietly, without any stress. Oh. We raised it a little bit, but I'm not changing the speed. I'm gonna stay always in the same speed. That was good. It's bigger. He has to push a little bit stronger now off the ground, and he did that pretty well and staying round and backing up from the fence with his front end, and I hope the back end is starting to work now a little bit. One more time. Oh, little touch there, but nothing bad. He waited in front of the jump nicely. This is also something that I like the horses to do, is to wait for my command in front of the jump. I don't want them to charge to the pole and run into the distance. I want them to really wait until the end and be in my hand until the end, until I approach the ground pole. So here we have the gymnastic that we like to use. We come in trot in this exercise with 3 poles on the ground, just to set the tempo a little bit, and then we have a little bounce. There's small crosses for the moment. We'll bring the cross rails up a little bit later. I like to do it with a ground line to give a reference point to the horse, and then a vertical also with ground line, and then to an oxer, to another oxer. Now you'll notice that I put some ground rails on the ground here. This horse likes to go left a little bit, so I want to keep him really in the middle and pushing off his hind legs equally. So I don't want him to shift to the side and not push with his hind left. So I put this guiding rail, which I like to do usually with little planks. So if by any chance the horse steps on it, it's not dangerous. I'm really scared to do it with poles like this, because you never know what happens if on top of the jump they go left and they step on it. It could be dramatic. So I like to do it with little planks that I paint in. If the footing of my arena is white, I paint them in black really to stand out, and then I can really put them close on the ground everywhere, and if the horse steps on it, there's no consequences. So we'll come through this. This horse is experienced, but he is a little bit on the spooky side and a little bit suspicious. So the first time you will see that he will be a little bit shy and he will hesitate. All I'm going to try to do is give him the freedom, let him look at it, but just encourage him to come through the exercise. And he might be a little bit sticky because he hasn't done this in a while. But we're just try to give the horse confidence and let him go through it. So on trot again, give myself enough room to come straight so he can see it from a distance. Turn in. Oh. So as it went, he started a little bit. You saw that he squatted a little bit at the beginning and then loosened up as it went. And by the last 2 oxes he was good, and he did it well. But like I said, he is a little bit spooky, and it's gonna take a couple of times before he's really totally relaxed. So I'm gonna do it again, same height, didn't change anything, and the same thing. Oh, 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 oh. What can I correct at this stage? I would like him to come in a little bit more. I would like him to come in a little bit less shy into the line. So I'm going to try to have a little bit more leg, keep him a little bit rounder. We're going to come up with the cross rails, a couple, and the bounce is really to work on the velocity of the front, on the front end, So we're going to bring them up a little bit. I would like him to be a little bit quicker off his front end, and then afterwards go on with the rest of the line. I will not bring it up yet. And the other thing I want to correct also, it's after the line. I would like him to come back, and so I might stop him. I might stop him a little bit harder after the line, because now he's played enough, he's done his bucking, now he should really be more concentrated. I want him to be a little bit more focused. So after the line, he's running away a little bit, and I would like him to be more in my hand after. So again, of the left here, looking where I'm going, nice in the middle. Encourage him a little bit. Ho, ho, ho. Okay, so he went a little bit right in the beginning, and then he centered again, but as I told you, he is quite spooky and he hasn't totally relaxed yet. Let's go up with the vertical a couple. He hasn't totally relaxed yet. So my job now is really to try to give him confidence and give him a good ride. So I want him to trust me a little bit more. I come into the little poles on the ground and turn around here just to show him that, you know, there's nothing bad will happen, and just to relax a little bit. I doubt that he will relax, because he is kind of a bit of a tense horse like this. When you school at home, this is how he is. He's much better, but he is a little bit like that. So let's see if slowly we can get him a little bit quieter. And now I'm gonna really try to keep him in the middle. I'm gonna keep my right leg on, because he was really far right on the last ho, ho. I feel that in the start of the line, he's still a little bit anxious on the bounces, and then he gets good towards the end. So let's bring the oxers up. He's doing the oxers really well, pushing nice and straight off the ground because of my guide rails there. So I'm happy the way he's finishing the exercise, and I want to improve the coming in, which is not yet 100%, but he's staying nice and straight and pushing evenly to come out, so that's pretty good. See, out here he's nice and round. I'll try to keep that all the way through. Oh, easy. Oh. Oh. A little bit quicker this time. Oh. He's a little bit fresh. Beginning was good, just he rushed a little bit coming out and touched the front end on the last one. We're gonna go up a little bit with the oxer, like we're gonna go like 3 holes there, and make it a little bit wider to the inside a little bit. to the front. So it's gonna, that's good. It's gonna make it a little bit shorter, but still the same idea. Yeah, that one also, please. And that one it's short enough so that we're gonna make it wider to the outside, to the back. But afterwards, if you see the marks here, you see that he's really nice in the center, and that is the good thing about the guide rails, is that it's keeping him really straight and pushing evenly on both hind legs. Oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Now after the jump it's really messy. I'm gonna try to correct that. He's really over the bridle, and so I'm gonna, after the exercise, sit and get him collected again, because that is not the way he should be doing it. The line in itself was pretty good, the feeling was good. He came in well. I'm gonna try to come in the same way again. Oh, 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 oh. Hey. We had a rub on the vertical, which was really well corrected afterwards on both oxers. So that's a positive thing. A little bit sloppy on the vertical, and then really tucked in very well to both oxers to the end. I'm going to do it one more time. Oh, 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 good. Oh, 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 oh. All right. I thought that was good. If you see now, he's not rushing at all. He's really waiting, taking the time to jump, which is really what I want. That's good. So, like I told you before, this horse, a little bit suspicious, and one thing he doesn't like is water. So nowadays in our courses we have a lot of Liverpools, in-ground Liverpools, water jumps, dry ditch. So it's always a risk of fault with this horse because he's so scared of water. So what I'm gonna do with him, or with any horse that's a little bit scared of it, I'm just gonna get the Liverpool very plain like this, just come to it 4 or 5 times and let him hop over to make him comfortable with the blue. Oh, oh. It's gotten better. Years ago he would have jumped much higher, much farther. Yeah. Oh. Oh. And everything has to be done really in peace and quiet, and give the horse the confidence. Oh. There. Oh. Work him around here a little bit, work him around my inside leg. I can give a little bit of angle to this or come straight. Oh. Oh. Yeah, very good. So you saw that the first 2 jumps, he really jumped over it and pushed off the ground. And the last 2 he just cantered over. So that's what I'm trying to achieve with him, is exactly that. It's for him to just gallop over the Liverpool without being anxious, without being tense. And hopefully when I get it in the ring the next time, he won't be anxious about it and we'll just hop over. So I hope this session will help you. If you're gonna set this exercise at home, will be as good to you as it's been good to us and our horses in our preparation to go into the show. And I hope you enjoyed, and wish everybody a lot of success, and come back on Equestrian Coach and check out all the new videos and the new exercises that everybody's putting up. It's a very, very good initiative and very productive. Thank you.
We are approaching fence number 1, over fence number 1, good, oxer. Left hand has the gauge, a big vertical, 155 vertical. Broken line to a big oxer. It was the first really wide oxer of the course, which the horse did well. Right around to the end of the ring to a meter 55, meter 60 vertical. It was pretty delicate. And left lead to a big wall, the same wall that we had a couple of weeks ago. And then here there was an option of 6 or 7. I chose to do 7 with this horse to come in with a little bit less steam, oxer, vertical oxer, which he did really good. Right around to the bicycle jump, skinny, narrow jump, which was out for the first time in this circuit. But he did pretty well. First was a big oxer. The mace oxer on 7 strides, a little bit short, with a meter 60 vertical, with a Liverpool behind, and then came a line that caused a lot of trouble. Triple bar out of the turn, on 5 steady strides, actually quite short, with a double vertical oxer, 1 stride. On 3, a little bit long to this oxer, which he responded well in the last fence, right in front of the gate, a big plank, meter 60 plank. He did very good. So I was really, really pleased with the first round, and then now we can go on to the jump off. The jump off was a little bit of an unusual situation because there was only 1 clear at the time that I went in with Mick Skelton, and he was just medium fast, and it's always a little bit difficult to go into a jump off and not knowing exactly how hard you have to go. So in this case, we try to be, just keep a good rhythm and not go crazy and not risk to have a fall. We started on a wide vertical in the corner, rolled back to a skinny oxer that was narrow oxer, right around to A of the last combination, which was a 160 vertical, right to number 3, which was a big oxer, which he went up 1 hole and wider 1 a little bit, which was a big jump. Inside the Liverpool to the wall, and then 9 strides to the triple that became a double vertical oxer. And that came down a lot in the jump off. The vertical was very dry, only 4 poles. He did that pretty well. Rolled back on the bicycle, and then a long run to the last jump. And right here I saw the clock was right in front of me. I saw that I have a little bit of time and I could set up the distance just well to the last time. So that was a very nice win for this horse, and